Hello, welcome to Give Permission to Ask Questions. We're already on episode 6. My name is Laurette Lee. I'm an employment specialist, and Pan is always my co-host. So you can introduce yourself, Pan.
Good morning, everyone. This is Pankuri Sharma, and my name is a tongue twister, so I go by Pan. I am a financial consultant with IG Wealth Management, and so Laurette and I, we've just recently started doing these webinars. So everyone, please make sure you watch the video, and if you have any comments or questions, send them our way.
Yeah, always drop comments. So I thought it would be fun to have Patrick today. Introduce yourself, Patrick.
Okay, so I am Patrick, and my last name is Njapa, Njapa. I know sometimes it's not easy to pronounce, so this is why I'm spelling it. So yeah, I am a mindset coach, and I'm very happy to be here talking with you guys today. This is a wonderful opportunity to learn more and to give more. So I love that. And so I love helping people to understand how they can change their mindset in order to get the results or the stars that they are shooting at. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to what we will be discussing today.
Yeah. So why I think mindset's super important is I know that like 5% of your life is lived consciously and 95% is lived unconsciously. So like, what are you telling yourself and stuff like that? We talked earlier, Patrick, about like, what did I ask you? Because I just remember the answer was make a strategy list, offer a solution, and then dream come true. What was the question that went with that?
So the question was, how do I define, how do I identify my ideal client?
Yes.
So who am I helping?
Yeah.
And how am I helping that person? So my answer was, what I do to define my ideal client is trying to see what kind of problem that person can be having. And for me, my ideal client is just someone like me, someone who is or who have been through what I've been through myself. So, and I try to see what type of situation, what type of questions I asked myself. And I have a list of those questions.
What kind of things have you been through?
So for instance, at some point in my life, I was like, I need an accountability partner.
Yeah.
To help me stay focused, because all by myself, I was like all over the map. So I wanted someone to say, hey, you said that you would do this. Did you do it? Why didn't you do it? What's the problem? How can we fix that? So that's one thing. And that helped me a lot to stay focused, to move toward my goals.
How is business then, Patrick? Is it slow and steady?
Business is like, yeah, with the COVID-19, people are like, oh, I don't have money, oh, yeah, not for now. But people still need help. Yeah. It's a little bit slower than before COVID, but we're still busy.
Oh, good. So it's always then the problem, the solution, right? So what are the solutions that you're offering?
So
you said accountability. I heard you the first time. But yes. I was like, I want more solutions.
Yes, of course. So this is how I have it. I have the problems, a list of problems. So when I'm making a post, for instance, on LinkedIn or on Facebook or whatever, that post is going to answer that question. If it is about accountability partner, why is that important? What can you do to have to identify the good accountability partner for you? How can you make it work? What can screw up your accountability relationship with someone? It can also be about goal setting or goal achieving.
Yeah, I like goal setting.
Yes, exactly. So how can you set good goals? And how can you make sure that not only you are setting your goals, but you're also achieving your goal? One question can be about self-image, because I came to Canada in 2014, and my self-image was not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Self-image, self-esteem, self-confidence, everything together, that was quite bad. So one question will be about self-image, and we cannot outperform our self-image.
Mm-hmm.
So my post will be about how you can change that, how you can understand your self-image and make the necessary improvement. And the last part will be about your dream come true.
Mm-hmm.
When you have your self-image fixed, when you have your goal very well set, what kind of dream come true you are looking for?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to have in your life when everything is okay? So this is how this is my approach, and this is how I help.
Mm-hmm. Pan, you want to say some things about your solution problem? Because I know you help financial.
Sure. I would love to share that.
Jump
It's
in.
kind
I'm just like,
yeah, for sure. It's kind of on the same lines, you know, in the financial industry, we always talk about setting those SMART goals.
Mm-hmm.
And my primary part of my work is to help clients understand what these goals are. And I'll give you an example. We all want to retire. Everyone has this goal. One day I'll retire. But you know, this is such a vague goal. One day, what do you mean one day? What is that day? So for me, it's always drilling down to the SMART of that goal, the specific, the measurable, the attainable, the relatable goals, and they have timelines,
Mm-hmm.
right? So make your goals. These goals have to be your own. You'll have to be able to relate to them, first of all. Second, plan how you're going to achieve those goals. That's where a good financial plan comes in. It will lay down the whole financial GPS for you, that okay, if you want to retire, let's say in 2050, these are the 5 things you need to do today so that that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then accountability. You got to stay on track. Always review your goals and know that, okay, well, I'm this much behind. So I become that accountability partner for them. That, hey, I looked at your plan based on what you're doing and based on what we had agreed. This is where you're at. Do you want to review it again? Do you want to improve it, make it better? Do you want it to slow it down? However the case is. But it always comes down to set a goal, commit to it, have a plan, execute the plan, and review it.
Mm-hmm.
And in that process, you're going to require other people. So with me, I build a team around my clients based on their needs, based on their goals. And they become that accountability partner. They become that resource that they're going to need with whatever expertise that's required to get to that point.
Accountability, like it all goes back to, you know what I mean? So like all 3 of us are very similar but different because we're all in like very different industries. So like, again, there's a problem. I love chatting with people that understand, hey, there's a problem, I'm the solution. Like it's just, oh. And another thing is, so there's so many people out there that like know the right answers but then don't do anything, right? So like there's a different type of person that knows the right answer and then does the right answer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's honestly where accountability comes from too. I feel like purpose. Do you know what I mean? So Patrick, what's your purpose? Pan, what's your purpose? Like let's go deep today. We'll be like, okay, what's your purpose of doing what you do?
I'll share with you, me being an immigrant myself,
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I relate to, and like Patrick said, that you're going to relate to people like yourself. It's the easiest that comes as a human being, that hey, I have been through so and so and so, and this person has been through so and so and so as well. So maybe I can help them with some of my experiences, kind of thing, right? So the vision, the purpose that I have in my life is to be able to help other immigrant women with whatever it is that I can help them with when it comes to me sharing my experiences with them. And being a part of financial service industry, I know how important it is for you to protect your hard-earned money. For especially for immigrant women or men, anyone who comes from another place to settle and find a new home, it's a whole process. That transition, you're going to require a lot of people, a lot of resources. So if I could be that resource that could help them understand the financial aspect of that life, that, hey, this is your paycheck, let's figure out what's the best way to deploy this money, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I can lend my resources to them to help make those decisions, which again, it goes back to what are your goals? That, okay, well, if you want to buy a house in the next 2 years, this is what you need to do. Let's get it doing. And make sure that you follow, you execute whatever you have planned.
I don't think people understand that they can like design their future. Do you know what I mean? Like you can understand the outcome, and so you have to plan, set goals or whatever. But I'm like, you know, you can like be in control of things. You don't have to like let world hit you and then be like, oh, poor me. You can be like, I'm gonna set goals and then I'm gonna go this way. So I'm interested to see what Patrick's gonna say about purpose. So I'm just gonna listen.
This is a big question.
I know.
and I feel like when you are able to define, to identify your purpose,
Mm-hmm.
then you feel like you can fly. You feel like you have a relief, because now you know exactly what is the star that you're shooting at.
Mm-hmm.
I struggled a lot with that at the beginning because I was all over the map trying to help everyone and anyone at the same time. It was really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I was spending too much time and stuff like that. So, and what helped me was to first decide or define my own purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And my purpose is to help people develop or create or nurture a prosperity mindset so that they can live the life or a life of their own design, on their own term, what they want. So this is my purpose in life. So when I talk to someone, I will be doing them a disservice if they cannot learn or have something positive from me, from my posts, from my videos, from my books, or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I want to impact each person that comes into contact with me. Mm-hmm. So it means that I need to be authentic. I need to do what I think is good to do, not just because I want to please someone or I want to look good or to be fake, just to help, to give a good impression of myself. Mm-hmm. I want to be authentic. So this is what I can say about purpose.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember, well, of course you remember, you were telling me earlier what you wanted to be like when you grew up or whatever, was like a motivational speaker. That was the first thing you ever wanted to do when you were in Canada?
Yes. Yes. As I said, I came in 2014.
Yes.
And this is what was quite at the beginning of this downturn with oil price and economic situation. So it was June 2014, mm-hmm. and the downturn started, I think, October or November 2014. Mm-hmm. It was really tough.
Yeah.
My background is human resources, and so back home I used to work as a human resource advisor, mm-hmm. many companies, and I started working in a warehouse. I did that for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. And one day they sent me in the freezer. I was working for Co-op, 52nd Street Southeast. Yeah. They sent me in the freezer, and I was about to pick turkeys, big, heavy, frozen turkeys. Mm-hmm. And it was very tough.
Yeah.
Very, 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 very tough. Difficult environment, heavy stuff. And I said, my goodness, what am I doing here? I left my country, I left my job, I left my family, I left everything behind, and I'm here picking turkeys in this situation. What is this? And this is the day that I turned my life around. I said, this is enough. Mm-hmm. I need to find a solution. And when I did that, that was the first step toward my personal development journey. Mm-hmm. And I started on YouTube watching videos. And I remember the first video was Fall Forward by Denzel Washington.
Yes, I love that.
A wonderful video. And I don't know how I moved from that video to Les Brown's videos.
Mhm.
I said, oh yes, I want to be a motivational speaker. I want to do that. That's great. I want to motivate people.
Yeah.
And then I realized that that would not be enough for me
Okay.
just to motivate people. I want to give them tools. I want to give them, I want to empower them with something more tangible other than motivation. And I also believe that I cannot motivate someone. Whatever I do, whatever I say, if that person is not willing to move ahead, he or she will never move ahead.
Yeah, because we were talking about self-discipline too, right?
Yes,
Like,
I can only inspire someone. I cannot motivate someone.
yeah. That's what I find so fascinating is like you're a solution to a problem, right? Because you're giving resources, but at the end of the day, it's all about people. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
it's all about their decision about how they want to do it. But I love the fact of like strategy lists, right? And then offer solutions. And then the dream can come true because you're like there to encourage and support and like add accountability. But at the end of the day, it's their dream. So they have to make their own dreams come true.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I want to be there for the ride. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm so nosy when it comes to like career development because the pain point, it's just funny because like growing up in Canada, I know that a lot of immigrants are like, you have it so easy, you're a Canadian. I'm like, no, it's so hard because like we still make crappy decisions. Do you know what I mean? Like we still need emergency jobs. We still need to work at the co-ops too, right? So like I don't have a golden ticket just because I was born and raised here. Like, not that I'm like poor me. It's not a poor me thing, but like at the end of the day, it's like strategy list. And that's like what career development is. It's like, and that's exactly why I love being an employment specialist because like you specialize in like personal development, you specialize in like money and in like accountability with money. So there's so many people out there that are willing to help people, but at the end of the day, you have to help yourself. And like I'm picky with my clients. I'm like, if I don't think you're gonna like be successful, I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
Exactly.
So there has to be like a cute little spark in someone's eyes, or like when I'm offering a strategy list, they have to be motivated enough to like do the strategy, right? So I find that so fascinating. I don't know. Problem solving skills. That's what I wanted to talk about. So we talked about SMART goals, right? Is there any like really good problem solving skills, like I don't know, little tidbits that you have, Patrick? What does problem solving skills mean to you? I guess is my like general question.
Well, problem solving skills.
Yeah, you're offering solutions, so I assume they're problem solving skills.
Just like that, I feel like this is a very big container.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what we have in that container, but what I can say based on my experience is I'm here to serve.
Yes, I love it. Yeah.
I'm here to serve.
Yeah.
And this is my mission.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have that skill, but I'm ready to learn. When I started this, I went to Bob Proctor Institute to get certified. And one aspect of that certification is sales. I hated sales at the beginning.
Yeah, I think we all do.
I was like, I don't want to do this. It's too hard. It's like too pushy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like introvert and a shy person. So I was saying, this is not for me.
I don't believe you.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're not a shy person.
No, I'm changing. So I was like, what am I doing this? But I realized that for me to be successful in life, I need to know how to sell.
Yeah.
And life is sale.
Yeah.
For me to get my wife to say yes to me.
Right?
I sold her a project. Exactly. That's how it works.
I totally agree.
Yes. For me to be able to have my daughters to do something, I need to sell them that project. So life is sell. So what I want to say here is, whatever skills this might require, I'm ready to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So problem solving skills for me is just to have your in quote your client's need in mind,
Mm-hmm.
and find a way to provide a good solution to that person.
Mm-hmm. I have so much to say about that, but I wanted to Google problem solving skills. Pan, you want to say something about problem solving skills?
You know, when I think about problem solving skills, to me, it's like the word problem solving itself is self-explanatory. So there is a problem and you need a solution to it.
Oh, right. Let's break it down to easy. Good call.
Right?
Yes.
Understand your problem. What is it that you're dealing with? And make sure you have the complete clarity of that.
Yeah.
So for example, hey, I want to buy a house in the next 5 years, but I am not saving. How am I going to be able to put a down payment towards it, right? So here is a problem. You have identified it and you're very specific. I want to buy a house in 5 years and I'm not saving.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down, do the math, or hire someone to do the math for you. I would be that person who would do the math for you.
Mm-hmm.
That, hey, this is what you need to do. For example, put $200 in a savings account, whatever type of account, whatever it is. And follow through. Make sure you stick to the plan. And there are going to be times where you're going to have to deviate for whatever reasons life happens.
Mm-hmm.
So what? You go back, you review, and then you get right back on track again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always about identifying that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And
the hardest
knowing,
step is even like, I have a problem. I find even the very first step of I have a problem, I need help. That's actually the self-discipline. That's where everything changes, is like the very first step of I need help, I need to learn.
it's actually, you know, the word problem has such a negative connotation to it.
Ooh,
right?
Yeah.
So as opposed to saying problem, if we could rather use the word self-realization, awakening.
Or, well, problem is like a life thing. Do you know what I mean? So like, oh, something crappy is going on in life, so that's a problem.
Yes, exactly. And it's in human nature to have a negative mindset towards it. Oh my God, you are the problem of my life. I hate you, right? The negative mindset. So if we could change it, right? We could turn that challenge into an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That, okay, well, the good thing is I have identified I want to buy a house. I'm ready to commit.
Yeah.
There is a flip side of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you have the right people and resources helping you through that process, you're going to have the confidence to actually see it as an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
That, hey, there are people who are not even thinking of buying a house, and look at me, I'm planning to buying a house. Right?
Because I haven't even.
And once you have that change, exactly. Once you kind of figure out that puzzle,
mm-hmm.
that's not going to seem as a problem anymore. Yeah. It'll rather become an opportunity. You'll feel good when you wake up that, okay, well, in the next 5 years, I'm going to be a homeowner.
Mm-hmm.
So boo to all those people who are not thinking about buying a house. I am thinking of buying a house, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna scale back to right, because I'm just all jumpy all over the place. Sales is actually a belief system. So like, it's just funny because Patrick's like, oh, I like have a hard time selling like my beliefs and values, but that's all like you're selling yourself and your beliefs and your values, because it always goes back to that, right? Mm-hmm. So with problem solving skills, what's the value behind that? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's pushing you to like, i.e. have this problem, and then identify the problem, understand like why the problem needs to get fixed. But I love how, like, again, offer solutions. That's what we talked about at the beginning. And then evaluate the options. Because honestly, that's like my class 2 and 3 is I'll give you a lot of problem solving skills. And that actually is super overwhelming to people, right? And that's why you have checks and balances. And that's why you have like education to learn and grow. But the hardest thing that you can do is not like stay stagnant, but is to grow and to actually solve your own problems. But the outcome of solving your own problem is like the dream come true, i.e. the house, i.e. like the most amazingest life that you've ever created in your entire life, right? And like life is a journey. There's so many people that want to rush through problem solving, but like part of my process in career development is let's enjoy the shitty journey along the way. Like let's enjoy the problem solving skills itself, so that when you get to the dream, it's already been the dream the entire time because you're working on it. Yeah, select options, agree on, and then like you were saying later, Pan, was evaluate and monitor what's going on. So I love this conversation. Questions, comments, concerns? It's your guys' time to talk now. What's the final thought on whatever we talked, everything that we talked about today?
Let me start.
Yeah.
I just want to go back to what Pan said.
Yes.
Because when she was explaining, I remembered what Les Brown said one day. He said that when I'm having troubles or when I'm having a very tough day, what I say is I am having a character building day.
Oh, yeah.
So this change your perception, this change the way you see things, exactly as she explained.
Mm-hmm.
When you want to buy a house and you see yourself like as a homeowner in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and so on, the way you see things, the way you speak, the way you act is totally different from someone who is saying, oh my goodness, this is tough, I'm never going to buy a house. So your mindset is totally different. And I think that this is the shift that we need to make.
Mm-hmm.
Because as Wendell said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
100%. I love it. Pan, last sage advice today.
Patrick so beautifully
Right.
put it together that hey, focus on the outcome. And I was actually thinking about it. I was watching something on TV, and I thought about it. The best analogy that I can use to focus on outcome is, when you talk to a pregnant woman,
Mm-hmm.
you'll see that mindset that the hardest thing to do in life is to give birth. This is the most painful. I've heard. I don't have babies, but I heard that this is the most thing a woman goes through. But you know what gets her through the pregnancy, through the ups and downs, through the morning sickness, through the labor, what gets it through is the outcome.
Yeah.
After all of that this is the outcome. This is a new life that has been created at the end of it. So if you could focus on the outcome, which is easier said than done. There are many times when we question ourselves, when we kind of lose confidence that, oh my God, is it even going the right way?
Yeah.
But if you focus on that outcome that you're hoping,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have the right support system in place,
100%.
you will get through it. That's why it's so important. You become the person that you surround, the type of person that you surround yourself with, right?
Oh,
So, company do you keep? Who are these people who are inspiring you on an everyday basis? What are those healthy conversations? Every day, you got to have that one good conversation with that one person that's going to teach you that important lesson of life.
100%. Okay, so Diva Lorette's going to be like, I'm not having babies, but running my own company, like Phoenix Career Development, is my baby. And to be honest with you, it's the hardest thing I've ever had to do is open my own company. But again, like with the purpose of helping people find their dream careers, I love it so much. So like I'm having a struggle. I have problem solving skills in my company every day. And I'm like, this is really hard. But like my baby Phoenix Career Development was designed to help people like enjoy the journey of finding their dream career. So just love it. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm just gonna like recap everything because I just wrote stuff down so that we talked about today. Like strategy, crappy things happen in life. Get an accountability. Do you know what I mean? The accountability person. Of course my dog's gonna bark. Shush. I think she's done. Or she just, yeah, whatever. offer solutions. The dream career or like the dream come true happens, and it happens even in the problem solving skills. Self-discipline. This is what I want to talk about.
Yes.
Like, you're responsible for yourself. Accountability partners, goal settings, purpose, motivating yourself, and problem solving skills. So thank you so much for coming, Patrick. I knew it was going to be a good session with you. So again, if people want to like subscribe to our channel or like join Job Club or like talk to Pan, talk to Patrick, when I do my YouTube notes or whatever, I'll drop your guys' name and your LinkedIn's in there too. So if anyone wants to reach out to both of you and me, obviously they can. So everyone have a great day. And yeah, we'll be back next Monday for Give Permission to Ask Questions. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.